Oh my God, I put this sweater on because it was getting a bit chilly. And now I'm fucking hot and I just can't even focus. What is up with this? What's up with that? Seriously, there's no light changing in here. Why is it doing that? You know, it just, they do it. Ah, stop. So anyways, I don't know what the deal is with the, why my little face is lighting up like that. Anyways, I'm gonna do my skincare and makeup. I look like shit, but I haven't been able to really keep up because just being in a new place is like, I always get nervous. So why is it ending? Look, nobody pressed anything and it says it wants to end. It's like somebody took over my phone, but this happens anyways. When you're supposedly chosen, it's nothing good. All it means is death, basically. Death. And the only thing you need to know about death is remember to not go down any tunnels of light. Do not follow any familiar faces that say it's your mom, it's your dad, it's your uncle, your aunt, whatever. Don't follow it. It's not true. Just stay still, and there'll be something inside that comes from within inside you that tells you which way to go. Because they have us on a loop. It's reincarnation is real. No wonder my grandma got so fucking scared when I yelled that to her, because I didn't have a clue what I was talking about. I was just yelling at her because she gave my kids a dirty look. And I'll tell you that story in just a second, but for some reason I was going to do something over here, but I don't remember what it was. So anyways, I hope I'm not talking too loud. Just, oh, there's my pen. Okay, fantastic. That's great. What's in there? Oh, that's fantastic. So, anywho, I tried to get this thing to go like focus in, but that's another option that they just decide that they don't want me to have. So it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. So anyways, if you want to know my story, I could tell you like, well, what did I put? Oh, narc abuse awareness, narcissistic abuse awareness. No, narcissistic abuse support. How do you support someone that's in a narcissistic relationship? First of all, I guess you're probably not going to know that they're in an abusive relationship because you're not going to think that the person they're with is abusive. You're going to think that they're a good guy, and they're going to make you think that if there's any problems, it's because of the victim that they're victimizing. So, you know, the only advice I have is, I didn't leave for 9 years, or well, like 8.5 years I didn't leave because I didn't have anywhere to go. So I just stayed and observed and adapted, walked on eggshells, and waited until I had an escape, And the only reason why I had an escape was because this person, I hadn't seen him in maybe 15, 16, 17 years. So, he didn't have any clue who she was. But if he did, I can guarantee he would have figured out how to get a hold of her, and he would have tried. Not that he would have been able to with her, but he would have tried because he did with everybody else. Like, I don't know who got in contact with my friends or whatever, but I know he was in contact with my mom, and I don't know who started it. Like, was my mom the first? Well, I don't know who told who. I don't know how it started. I don't know how this whole thing started, except for, okay, like, how do I tell the story? So, when I was, like 29, 28, 29, in 2011, I had been addicted to opiates. I'd been taking my mom's pills that she was giving to me, and if she didn't give them to me because she didn't feel like or whatever, I would either steal them or I would like or I could buy them. Sometimes I could buy them off of, anytime I could buy them off of her. And I think that's what she wanted when she would tell me no, you know? But it doesn't matter. The point is that, oh, I have to make it clear that I did not have any drug dealer or anything like that, because my children have been turned against me. And because, well, what I hear is because the unconditional love that I feel for my children, they would have felt that, and we all would have remembered, like, I don't know, it would, like, it puts glitches in the matrix, like, and if you don't get that we're living in a matrix, guess what, I'm there with you. I don't get it. I don't get it either, you know. Sometimes I wonder if it's just, like, you know, I don't know, but anyways, I've just been listening to a lot of different YouTube videos, and nothing is um, nothing is very uplifting. There's not much that's uplifting. There's maybe one or two messages, well, supposed like messages that come across Facebook and YouTube that, you know, make me feel better about life, but not really anything anymore. It just seems like I'm doing that endless scrolling thing to try to figure out what to do, you know. It's like, no, I need to snap out of that. I need to snap out of that, because that's not good. There's I don't know, let me see. What was I wanting to say? Oh yeah, so anyways, the reason why, okay, my girls have been turned against me with all these lies, which is really sad for them. It's sad for me, of course, because not having them in my life, but then being their mother and knowing that they have to feel like I don't love them and think that, like, I was abusive and neglectful and all these bad things about me. Like, they don't realize when someone is saying bad things about your parent to you, they're saying bad things about you. And they don't get it, you know. They're like, oh, that's just me. And, like, I'm separate from them. Like, no, I am you, you know. Like, your dad talking shit about me hurt you, and you just took on the shit that he was saying as it was true, as a survival tactic, because in your heart you remember that mom loves you. You remember I used to tell you I love you, and we used to give kisses and hugs and say I love you more, I love you more, no mom, I love you more. And we would do that. Like, I took you swimming. I took you to Adventureland one time, so that's all I could afford. And, you know, yeah, we didn't have the most money, but, like, Abby, I just bought you a brand new pair of Air Jordans for 90 some dollars when I didn't even have a job at that time. But I managed to work that out, and because she wanted a pair, because it was like the cool thing to have. And so I remember wanting shoes. But anyways, I bought her those maybe just a few months before I went to jail, before I never seen him again in 2011. And when I got out of prison, and went to my mom's to visit, not, she would never let me come back. The girl, all the pictures were still there, and I think mostly everything was gone except for keepsakes and the Jordans that I bought for Abby. And I was like, why didn't they take the Jordans? That doesn't make any sense, because she wanted them so bad. They're brand new. So anyways, that's really fucked up. But that just, to me, shows that they didn't want the girls to have any type of memory of me that was real, you know? Like Abby, she would know that, you know, I wasn't able to afford those Nike Jordans. I did it because I wanted her to feel good or cool or whatever. There's something on the phone that's driving me nuts. It's looking like, I don't know. That is my face and the phone. Ah, no, shut up. See what it does? It's just crazy. It just does whatever it wants to do. I got it on camera one time, this other thing, doing that. So anyways, I went, it was like I went to prison and then my whole family just annihilated me. You know, my mom never came up to visit me. In fact, she lied to me saying there was a no contact order when there was never a no contact order. It was no contact visits. I didn't get to talk to my mom on the phone. I didn't get to see my mom. And then when I got out at Bridges, went to Bridges, she did um she did help me a little bit with like food and pop and stuff. And that was about it. She came to my graduation because I graduated. And I don't know what happened. I was really close to my mom. I really loved her. She's dead now. My mom told me a long time, I know this, I'm probably just going to go like from here to there to there to here because it's just the way my brain works. So if you could follow me, fantastic. If you can't, that's okay. But anyways, my mom told me a long time ago, about around 2004, she asked me like, or no, she said that Oprah Winfrey and Procter and Gamble are into sacrificing children. I didn't quite understand what she meant. Like, I mean, I didn't really get it. You know, I mean, I understand. Okay, sacrificing children. Okay, when you don't know what that really is, but you just hear it and you're like, okay, that's what I was. So I didn't pay much mind to it, but it always stuck in my head. I don't know why, but because I didn't understand it. Back in 2004, we did not hear about trafficking, and if we did hear about trafficking, that was in Cambodia, that was in the red light districts in China or something like that. You know, it wasn't in the United States. Come to find out now, United States is the largest, is the most consumer of child pornography. So I don't know, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Actually, it does matter a lot. But anyways, okay, so I started waking up in 2015, and I'll get to that, what happened there. But I asked her again because then I started like getting interested in what's going on with this trafficking and blah blah blah. And the Pizzagate, they were saying it wasn't real because I started waking up in 2015, and so like 2016, 17, 18. I asked my mom a few times. I asked her to remember, like, Mom, I remember you told me Oprah Winfrey and Procter and Gamble are trafficking children, or no, sacrificing children, or whatever. Like, how did you know about that? Or what do you know about that? Where I tried to ask, and she's like, I never said that. I don't remember saying that. That's what she said. She's lying. She was clearly lying because I remember. I don't have any reason to lie. And I'm beginning to think, because, and not just because of what I played the other day in the YouTube video with the girl saying, you know, your family had a funeral for you, a mock funeral, they were speaking death over your name, your family sacrificed you before you were even born or something like that. I don't know. I wrote the shit down. I wrote like all the shit she said down. Well, most of it, except for the end. But it says, what did it say? Oh, she said that my family were like gatekeepers, trying to keep power for themselves or something. They said that that they spoke my birth into contracts sealed with wine, blood, salt, and sexual abuse, and they energetically drained. We were energetically drained as children every night, used as energetic batteries for rituals, masked as family gatherings, and psychologically programmed to perceive the trauma as love. So, I don't know, like, I don't remember anything about being molested. I just know who did it. I know when my mom told me, and I know, like, what it's done to my life, just, like, the effects of her telling me, when she told me, how she told me, you know. Anyways, but more more traumatizing than that, because I don't remember it. You know, I don't know what could be more traumatizing than being sexually abused as a child. But maybe physical abuse, or just what's really traumatizing is when you're being abused, or you've been abused, or you've just been abused, and you tell somebody that you think loves you, like your mother or your father or someone in your family, and they don't believe it, or they don't care, or they blame you. That's pretty traumatizing. I don't know um, how to get over that, but I'll get over it. I'll get over it because I get over everything. So it's just disassociating. So, anyways, you know, so it says, like, if they did do these sacrifices or made a pact with a dark spirit, it was in exchange for, like, wealth or power or survival or status. And then, um, they didn't expect to wake me up. Now, I don't know if any of this is true, but it kind of feels like it could be, because, well, why would my mom deny, like, these things? And then I told my mom, you know, why did you tell me that? Why did you tell me that? Why did you tell me I was molested before dropping me off at school? And she said she didn't. She also said that she never gave me the pills, that if I got pills from her, the only way I got them was from stealing them. That's not the truth. I already said yes, sometimes I would steal them because she would not want to give them to me. But I I mean, I don't have I'm not a I'm sure I have narcissistic tendencies. Speaking of narcissist, I need to do my face. So anyways, but but the truth is, I have literally no problem with being like, oh, I was fucked up, oh, that was wrong, or yeah, I did that, this is why I did it, and blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about that shit. All they care about is, did you do something wrong? Oh, great, we're gonna use it against you, you know? I don't know why this won't work. I want it to freaking work. I don't want to have to, like, see all that. But that's fine. So, anywho, let's get, let's get my hands sanitized. I don't know why you guys think these things. Why did this go viral? Why? Why did that go viral? I don't get it. I don't get it. So, anywho, um, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about something in a minute. What do I want to tell you about? Oh, when I woke up. Okay, so, like, I'm sure most people are not seeing YouTube videos in their feed that are like what I see in my feed. Chosen one, open immediately. God has a message for you. Open this trench. Somebody's gonna kill you. This lady's been trying to kill you. She's coming this Friday to kill you. Like, these are what the thumbnails are saying. I mean, I could screen record, and then, but then you click on the thumbnail, like, it'll say, whatever, somebody's gonna drop a package off at your house, and blah, blah, blah. But then, they never, the video has literally nothing to do. All those videos, to me, in my mind, those videos are just trying to use word magic, speaking magic. I don't know, using words. Anyways, anything that gets, okay, like they try to program you, and it works because whatever they put inside your head is what you believe. You know, like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like, we're all programmed, and maybe a little bit differently depending on our family, depending on our country, or whatever. We're all programmed. We're all programmed. But we're not told the truth, and supposedly the truth is everywhere right in front of us. Well, I just see things. I don't really see like truth or lies. I don't see anything. But when I watch TV, I can see it. Hold on a second. So where's the other stuff that I need? Is this it? No, no. This will work. Okay. Need this and this and this. So I don't think I'll do makeup, but my face always looks better when I just put product on it, you know? Skincare. Otherwise, I look hit. But that's just how I'm aging. Yeah. So, anyways, oh yeah, I learned about my blood type. Okay, so my blood type is. This is not a good thing, okay? This is not tooting any fucking horn. Is a rare blood type, and there's a reason why. There's a reason why I believe it's most likely rare. Because people with the AB blood type are not wanted on this planet. Okay, they're definitely not wanted to wake up. Why did they wake me up then? I don't freaking know. I don't know who. Did God wake me up? Because I believe in God. I believe in God, and I believe I was wrong when I was mad at God for. I asked God to take the opiate addiction away from me. And like 2 to 3 months later, I was writing a prescription, only one prescription ever in my life, never ever again. And it was so stupid. I knew I would get caught. I just didn't really care because I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal. Well, I've lost my entire family, no friends, not my entire family, so a little bit, but that's not the point. We're just not going to talk about that because watchers, whoever they are, get wind of anything. Anyways, what was I saying? So I got mad at God and I got into Wicca in prison. So I had like my boyfriend, who was my boyfriend at the time before I got arrested, send me some tarot cards, and he sent them from the Isis bookstore in Colorado. I don't know if that's still available, but this is very interesting, these synchronicities. But so he sent it from the Isis bookstore in Colorado, and then when I went to my first Wicca class or whatever that they had there in prison, the lady who was doing the Wicca class, she said, hold on a second. Let me just see something real quick. No, I don't want to do that. So she said that we should pick out, like she gave us a little booklet, and it had a bunch of different gods and goddesses. No, maybe just goddesses. I don't know. Gods, goddesses. She said that you should pick one that you can pray to all the time. Well, I chose Isis because I thought it sounded the most like Pisces. I'm Pisces. And then also it was the same bookstore that my ex-boyfriend had sent my tarot cards from. So it was like, okay, yeah, that would be perfect, I didn't really know who she was, what she was. I remember kind of reading it, but I don't remember. I didn't retain what I read. I didn't get it. I just picked it out for the name. And then, so, it wasn't really anything like that stands out in prison to me that's like weird or like, well, I mean, some things are, some things aren't, but not really like considering like becoming awake or waking up or anything like that. But what? So anyways, oh, okay. So I don't know what started waking me up, like, but I was uh I was getting into astrology, and I was taking chakra, like, quizzes about, like, my chakras. And I got really scared because it said one time it said that my feet and my heart, no, all my chakras were closed except for my feet and my heart. And um, I don't know, just something like it. I just knew something was wrong, and I tried telling the person I was seeing, like his mom, but apparently they just all thought I was crazy. They didn't like me. Maybe, I guess they think that a lot of people who don't know me perceive me as arrogant, and I don't know why that is. And honestly, I don't even know what arrogant means. So, I was looking for maybe if I had a dictionary close by, but I don't think I do. So anyways, I don't know if I'm arrogant. Maybe I am. But, oh, but yeah, they were trying to get me, my mom and my recent, we'll just call him a handler, because I do believe that he is an Illuminati, like, watcher, like, someone that they send in to, be your friend, or just, yeah, to be your friend or boyfriend, depending on if you're male or female. Because I think he's done it to both, and I think he's acted like someone's friend, and then them die. So anyways, he because he said that he's like, I know a lot of people that can't handle being homeless, or lose everything. They can't handle being homeless. People that have had money that lose everything. Like, how do you know so many people? Because he said he said it out of his own mouth, like, every, like, maybe 2-3 times a year, because I swear he had like 8 stories on repeat, and that was one of them. And and I didn't ever think about it till recently. How would you know so many people that are killing themselves that had money and then killed themselves because they didn't have money? That's the same shit like, the mafia and shit did, you know? Like, take over people, kill people, and then take over their businesses and stuff. It's kind of like destiny swapping. I don't know. It's just when you can read in between the lines of what people are saying, and then when you know more, like, about what's out there. Like, if you're a good person, you don't, you just work a freaking regular job, or you have whatever, you just whatever. Like, all this stuff that I'm saying just sounds completely weird, and like I'm crazy, and they tried pinpointing me as crazy, and it works, in that town, that I just left, because they had me indefinitely committed to see psych, and if I didn't show up to the psych, then the sheriff was going to show up and take me to the hospital and make sure I have an evaluation. And they before when they did it before, like, I calmed down, because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody would listen to me. And then I read on a piece of paper that I was paranoid schizophrenic, but I didn't know that. She didn't tell me that. Like, I know, hello? I know this nurse practitioner hold on, I might need to get a cigarette here. Actually, I'm gonna go, I need a cigarette, so I'm gonna pause this, and then, should I come back, or should I just leave it going? Maybe I'll just smoke this. I wish I could quit smoking cigarettes and this thing. It's just so hard. It's not hard, it's easy. I can do it. Trying to be positive. So anyways, I don't even know what I was saying now. I took some caffeine today, or just a little, just like one caffeine pill. That's all it takes. I'm just like a little bit jittery, like my hands are palmy, gross. I hate that. I get palmy. Um, Anyways, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. There's not really much to say. Like, alright, well, I was gonna like say some of the red flags that I saw in Danny when like we first met, that I just knew like something is wrong with this guy. Like I thought he was just mentally retarded though. I literally just thought he was mentally retarded. Like not with Down syndrome though, but just like, you know, slow. So yeah, that was the truth. That's what I thought. But then there was times where he seemed like cool and like smart and everything, to where you'd be like, nah, this guy's not retarded, he knows, you know. But then like, but in the beginning, the very beginning, when I first met him, the first night that we like sat up talking and stuff, everything, if I, and this was his line that he loved to say for like months. He said it for months. If you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it. And at first I was just like, oh, isn't that cute? You know, paid it no mind. And then it started to get on my fucking nerve. I was like, really? And I, yeah. Just, they've said this in other videos, like, I don't know. If they're just too much agreeing with everything you say, that's a big red flag. If like you like the color red, they like the color red, you like the Steelers, they like the Steelers, you like Donald Trump, they like Donald Trump, you are like the, you know what I mean? Like they just that. And then they probably have some type of sob story from their childhood, you know? Oh, and then talking bad about their ex. That's a big red flag, because first of all, who brings up their past relationship to their new relationship? You know? I don't know. I know I didn't try to. So, um, I think, and I knew like a lot of times when he was lying, like he'd say, me and you went there, and I'd be like, I'd tell him, I'd be like, no, I didn't go there. I did not go there with you. Yes, you did. You just don't remember. There's a lot of that happens. A lot of, yeah, you did, but you don't remember. And in my head, I didn't think, you know, anything except for he's retarded and he went there with Lisa Hicks. Like, I give a shit, bitch. You're fucking nasty. You're hit, you know? And, so I don't give a fuck. Fuck Danny. I hope you guys get AIDS. I don't really give a shit. You guys are gross. Both of you. Both of you are gross. You're gross because you fuck with Danny. You fucked with Danny when you knew Danny was with me, and you didn't give a shit. You still were like, I'm just gonna be like the side chick. So that's kind of stupid too. And at the same time, I never really wanted to be with a guy like that, and I never would have been with a guy like that had my family been there to support me and be like, no, here, Jessica, come back home. You don't need to be in an abusive relationship. But that's not how my family felt. My family felt like that's what I deserved or something. So anyways, my mom, there was nobody who gave a shit about anything that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about, I did call my mom and tell her in 2015, it was June 6th, 2015 to be exact. I'll always remember that date because that happened. This happened. I'll tell you, like, what I think it was. You know how, like, in Iraq, I don't know if you guys have heard this story, but in Iraq, when the troops or whatever, the army people, they had a weapon that made the Iraqi military people think that whatever was speaking to them was God, and they all dropped their weapons, turned around and walked away, or whatever. Like, you know, they just gave up the fight. So there was no, you know, no problem. So anyways, I think they did that same thing here, and I think they probably do it to a lot of people, because I'm not like, I would have, I don't know. I don't like to say that I never thought that I was special or unique or something, because I guess we all are special. We all are unique in our own ways. So I would have never like said anything like, well, not like I'm better than you. Like, I never feel better than anybody or anything like that. But um they did that basically, and the military machine or whatever, they programmed it to tell me that I was, let's just say, chosen. I don't want to use that word because it's so fucking retarded. They only want me to say it so I look more retarded. So anyways, this chosen shit, just said that I was chosen and there's lots of us and they lose them to drugs and suicide. And anyways, I told my mom, but I thought it was something special, like super special. I thought it was something like a spaceship is gonna come, pick you up, and take you somewhere. Or, you know, you're gonna have some Secret Service people pick you up and put you in like, a good place. And you're gonna, I don't know what, I didn't know what I was gonna, I didn't know. But anyways, nothing ever special happened. Well, a lot of special shit happened, but not special good, special bad. Anyways, I did call my mom and tell her, I was like, Mom, I don't have anything to worry about, ever. And she just was like, she didn't really respond. I don't know what happened with that conversation, but and then I don't know what happened, but if my mom knew that, you know, what waking up is or what it meant or whatever, if she knew that that was something, like, if it happened, like, because I don't know, there's videos saying that there's like an inheritance that they stole, or there was property left to me, or there's something left to me, and they're impersonating me, which my sister Shannon could easily have impersonated me because we looked a lot alike. My cousin Don could have easily impersonated me because we look a lot alike now that I have brown hair, but um and none of them talked to me. And my cousin Don was like my favorite cousin. Like, it doesn't make any sense why she just never wants to talk to me again. And then my sister, she told my daughter that I prioritized drugs over her. I would think that my sister was smarter than that, but she's not. Or she is smart and she knew it would turn my daughter against me, because that's what this lady said. She said that's why they had to turn your children against you, was because, well, let's see here. Where's that AB blood? The AB blood, AB blood, AB blood, AB blood, AB blood. Let's see. I wrote it all down. Okay, so it says AB blood type is rare for the reason that it vibrates with an ancient harmonic tone, the tone before the fall. And then it says cosmic alchemists who embody the rare ability to synthesize opposite energies and navigate the complexities of the dual. See, I don't understand anything that just came out of my mouth, really. Pivotal players in the new earth, the grand cosmic ascension process. But the thing is that the parasites, I love calling them parasites, I just learned this, the parasites running this whole thing, you know, behind the curtain, they don't want us to wake up. They don't want us to remember. They want us to recycle. They want us, when we die, to go through the tunnel and do some kind of agree to come back and learn another life lesson, or, you know, whatever. Like, none of that is necessary, and the chance, like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is not follow the light, not reach out for anybody's hand or anything. Don't follow anybody. Everything you need is just right in here, okay? Just remember that. And no matter what happens, just remember, don't go anywhere until you feel it inside, like something directing you from inside. Don't take any direction from outside. And that's it. Like, that's as simple as it gets, chosen ones. Apparently. It's just, they don't want people to wake up. They don't want people to remember who they are, because apparently there's this gate, this hidden gate, and they were hidden in the stars, but now the sky, they're saying, is a fake sky with satellites and made up stars, not real. And there was a kid that showed the video, and I saw it. Now, if the video wasn't real, I don't know, but it looked real to me. And he was like, this way was the sun, and over here was the sun. And then these videos are saying, yeah, there's two suns. I could show you, but you should really go check it out yourself if you're interested in knowing truths beyond belief, you know. And do I know if it's true or not? I don't know. And the only reason why I like, well, not the only reason, there's lots of reasons, but it's so weird. Like, it could be true, or but it's spelled Emspiracy, Emspir. Okay, so that always makes me think of Eminem, you know. And I thought Eminem might be one targeting me, but I don't know, like, that would be crazy, right? Like, why? What's so special? How would I have stuck out to? I don't freaking know, because I comment the weirdest shit when I'm, like, in a, like, different, not me, let's just say not me, you know? So if you ever see comments from me and they're fucked up, literally, I am probably sorry. There's like maybe a 2% chance that I'm not sorry, but 98% chance that I am sorry that I left a stupid message. I just, just kind of go with whatever feels like, you know. Um, let's see. So, oh yeah, so like the DNA, like, ancestry DNA, they weren't trying to, what they said was they're not trying to connect you with like your family or your past. What they're trying to do is track you. And she said if you have AB blood type, you're being tracked. Okay, like no doubt about it, you're being watched. And why they want to learn to read minds is because, and they probably already have, like I could say from my experience and what I've experienced, they read minds, or they're really good at it somehow, or they're really good at understanding subvocalization. Just based, but I don't, I can't. I don't know. I'm not begging anybody to believe me or anything. You'll find out in the future that what I'm saying is true, and I know you'll find out it's true because it is true. But you could listen to that stupid Jonna Mendez on Valuetainment on YouTube, and she's the chief disguise agent for the CIA, supposedly. Looks just like my sister. I will show you that video. Like, if you haven't seen that video, there's a few videos on it. I'm not sure exactly where they are, but I'll show you. It's pinned in my YouTube. Um, He's a weak man, desperate to look powerful and shallow mind, pretending he's some genius. He talks about my, like, sure, what's left? A coward. Okay. Hold on a second. I don't know why that looks like that. It's so weird. So my followers, when I was at 186 today, I blocked one person on my friends list because they're friends with Danny, and my thing went down to 180 followers. It just kept going down. Every time I log back in, it'd be like one less, and it was like four less. But anyways, videos. So like this video right here, right at the top, that one right there. That one, if you really look at my sister's face and then look at that Jonna Mendez's face, you could just see the cheekbones, the falling down into the chin bone. You could see it. Like, it just is there. The eyes is just there. Like, for me, it's just so so obvious. It stuck out to me. It took, well, I guess, how long did it take me to figure out? How many times did I watch it? I might have watched it. Why did I watch it so many times? That's odd too. How many times did I watch? Did I figure it out the first time I watched it? Because if I watched that episode of Valuetainment more than once, then there must have been a reason. God must have been trying to tell me. Because this is so weird. In 2014, I Googled my name when I was living at Bridges, and I Googled it, and my Facebook page was the first thing to pop up. And then in 2015, when I Googled my name, I could not find me anywhere, but I found Jessica Bailey Date Alive Wiki, which is weird because that describes me, like, kind of, like, mentally, it says I'm mentally unstable. Maybe I am, you should, because I don't know, I'm getting, like, so many, like, different types of messages, like, from YouTube, from Facebook, and then remembering the messages that I tell myself based on, like, how my family treated me, what Danny, how he treated me, how the cops treated me, how the hospital treats me, you know, like there's like a reality and then there's like what's not reality. And I'm just kind of stuck trying to figure it out, you know, because um like I said, my mom was a liar. She didn't tell the truth when I asked her for the truth. And all she had to do was like say, "Yeah, oh, I remember that," and then tell me about it. Why does she want to tell me about it in 2004, but then not then? Well, then another thing that I noticed about her was she noticed a picture of me. Okay, we had one Christmas sitting on Santa Claus's lap, a picture, another picture sitting on Santa Claus's lap, picture of the very next year. First year you can see I'm smiling and just kind of like really bright-eyed and just, you know, just like a child that was happy. And the next picture I'm just like, I look like a child that, to me, I thought I looked like I needed a nap. But it looks like maybe my energy has been totally drained. I could show you the pictures, but I've done this before, so it feels a little repetitive. But since I'm talking about it, I'll go ahead and show you so that way you know what I'm talking about. But so like, anyways, I was under the impression that literally like every person in my life, like my exes, my sister, my friends, all of them. I didn't have a lot of friends. I had one friend ever. And this is that Jessica Bailey Date Alive wiki. Yeah. Um, Other weird things that show up. I see there's a lot of, if you look up Jessica Bailey, you can just tell, for me, I can tell they're fake. I can just feel it. I feel they're fake. But, I don't know, I've done videos on it before, but, so, like, I always wondered, since I started waking up, like, who all knew? Like, how long have they known? Have they all been treating me this way? What's really sad is that, you know, before I could think smart about it, I had my daughter's pictures and stuff posted up there, and because I wanted my daughters to be able to have access to, you know, pictures of them, but, I don't know, like, I guess people could use that, and they said, and there's a thing that comes across all the time on Facebook. It's said it probably at least 3 or 4 times now, that be careful who doesn't like me, because they won't like my children, or they're not going to like my children. So, like, do I think that there's people that are surrounding my daughter, just gaslighting her and lying to her? And yeah, I do believe that. I believe it's more than just her dad and Jamie that brainwashed her, you know? Because the things that they're saying are just absolutely horrendous. She's saying, I killed my unborn child. She's saying that died when he was born from delivery. She's saying that. She's saying that I tried to kill her multiple times, her and her family multiple times. Like, okay, where's the police report? Where's the police report? Like, why is she saying these things? Is she saying it to be vindictive? I mean, does she know it's not true and she's just being an asshole, or what? And then, yeah. Alright, so here's the picture. So, not like super happy, but this, I guess, was me before I was sexually abused. And this is me after. So it's quite a difference. But I don't know where my sister Shannon is in this picture. Like, that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that Shannon wasn't in this picture, but she's in this picture. And then I wonder often, like, if my ex Kelly was involved in it, you know? Like, was he involved? Because something he always, that sticks out to me, what he said to me is like, don't think it gets you in trouble. And I don't know why that like sticks out to me so much, but it does. But I kind of got sick of him. He was the only one that would come up and visit me in prison. And then I got sick of him the last time he came up to see me because he was just talking shit about my parenting. And the only reason why he ever talked shit about my parenting was because I was 16 when I had my first baby, and because I lived with my mom, and because I was on welfare. So it's the shit that he that he would talk. And it was like, really. So I just got irritated with it, and just, I don't know how I broke it off with him, but I think I told him that basically, like, well, no, I know, I tried calling him, and then he just never answered the phone anymore, but I think that was right after I told him, I think I'm going to start seeing other people. But anyways, I was looking up, you can see right here, it says I was looking up tanning beds for home. It says ho, it didn't finish out. Tanning beds, but a gun right there. A gun. Really? Motherfuckers, shoot me. I don't give a shit. They think I give a shit about dying? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Because, really, like, not everybody feels that way, I'm sure, about life. But I certainly do. So, you know. Let's see. Here's another one looking completely sad. That's me. But look, my sisters, and they just look all happy and content. I certainly don't. Till later on in life. Just seeing if there's anything else here. Here's a picture of me when I was younger. Like, that's how I used to look. I used to always have my hair blonde. I recently just dyed it dark. Oh, but this is what the Jessica Bailey, this is the personality for the Jessica Bailey Date Alive wiki. Now they've gone and changed it since this, okay? There's like some type of reboot or something. But anyways, it says, Jessica is shown to be mentally unstable while she appears to be calm when not battling. Her true self is similar to Ellen. We had a social worker, Ellen. I can't remember her last name, but this Ellen is Ellen Mathers, which Eminem is Marshall Mathers. Remember earlier in the video I said that? So she is very condescending towards the AST for their constant failure to kill any spirits. I'm extremely loyal to Westcott, and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, apparently I die, you know, in the episode. So I die, like, you know, not very, there's only like one episode that I'm in, or 2 episodes and then I die, or 1 episode and then I die. It doesn't make any sense. But, yeah, what else is out there? Don't really know. Anyways, I feel really bad for Abby and Jordan, and Elena too, because they're gonna get targeted. They're gonna get fucked with. And it's not just because of me, but it's gonna be because of their DNA, you know. I don't know what blood type they are. Nobody ever told me what blood type my children were, and I never thought to ask. I never thought to ask. But, AB is not the blood type you want to have, because it unlocks the key to the gate out of here forever, you know. And they don't want us to get out of here. I don't know why they can't just, you know, fucking be happy with the fucking robots that they make, and then just, you know, leave us humans alone and let us go, you know, because there's other planets out there, there's other lives to live, there's other freaking experiences to experience besides this crap down here, working hard for freaking rich people to be able to go on vacation on your dime, for them to blow shit up, blow people up, rape babies, rape women, traffic them, fucking, you know, give us, our only escape is, you know, well, pretty, well, who knows, they're probably going to stop all that. We're not going to have no escape, you know. Like, drugs is one way to escape, you know, mind-wise, but they're going to take that away. They're going to take these, you know, like, everybody that dies, like imagine all the people. My mom, she don't know not to go to the light, so she's in the light, so she's long gone. Oh yeah, and Abby talks to psychics, and they tell her probably shit. I know they're telling her shit that's not true. Even if the psychic is well intended, it doesn't matter. The people that they're talking to are just people that are in limbo, that are stuck here, and they don't have to be necessarily bad, but it's not good either to, like, because they can latch on to you, they drain your energy, and then if that spirit ever learns what they're doing, they can do whatever they want. I don't think there's any rules over there, but let me see. But anyways, here are some known tactics that will be happening if you're ever told you're chosen. You will be discredited by officials like doctors, by cops, and people, in general. People are going to discredit you. They're going to try to smear you. They're going to try to label you crazy and get you on medicine, blah blah blah. They just want to be able to have it written down that you're crazy, so that way whenever you go in and you try to talk about what's happening to you, they just, I mean, shit, all you have to do is talk about what's happening to you and you sound crazy, but they want to have it written down that you're crazy. They will smear your character to anybody that will listen, and I don't know how far smearing goes. Character assassination. That's what my sister is doing to me. She's telling people that I'm some type of narcissist with long words in front of it. Um, there's, yeah, what is it? Oh, there's covert campaigns to destroy interpersonal relationships. So there's harassment. Like, harassment would be that picture that I showed you, like on Amazon. That's like digital harassment when you're looking up tanning beds for home and you see a gun with bullets. Like, duh. Like, come on, you guys. And, at first, it's probably going to work. It's probably going to have you scared, whatever they're doing, whatever they're making you think that they're trying to kill you, and you don't know why you think that. It's because it's true. It's because they really want you dead, but they don't have, like, the ability to come I mean, they do, maybe in some cases, like, if you were really a victim of Epstein or something like that just happened, but the thing is just don't be afraid to die, because just keep living and do whatever makes you feel happy, whatever that is. If you collect something, stamps, dolls, whatever you collect, just keep collecting it. Keep doing whatever makes you happy. That's the best thing you can do. Remember to be thankful for anything, whatever. If you can't find anything to be thankful for, trust me, there's something to be thankful for. If you've taken a hot shower, if you have a roof over your head, if you have food that you can go eat, and you don't have to worry about that. Be thankful for little stuff like that. Be thankful for plumbing, because there once was a time when there was no plumbing, and I don't know how people took a shower. They said people took a shower once a year. Can you imagine? I can't imagine living like that, but I guess they did. So anyways, just try to be grateful. Um, I have a hard time not getting, like, lately I've been realizing that I get really like, I'll get irritated, and I don't even want to feel irritated. I just want to only feel like good, positive, nonchalant, and just feel like that. I don't want to feel any negative feelings, even though I have a lot of reason to feel anger and confusion and stuff like that. So there's stalking that happens. Um, they manipulation of parents, employees, landlords to create problems for you. The threats usually come digitally. Intimidation, it's usually digital intimidation. It's just like, but don't let it work. Just remember, it's just, what are they gonna do? Like, just be like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Do what you want to do, and do what you want to do. And then, if you do something bad that they come for you, then you just gotta deal with it. But constant surveillance. They've been watching us through the televisions for the longest time, and I just found out recently the real reason why they took lead out of the paint and made up the story of lead eating paint chips, whatever, kids eating paint chips. I don't think that's ever even really happened. And, anyways, the real reason why was because they couldn't see through the walls because of the lead in the paint. Like, the whatever agencies want to fucking look through your walls. Is it crazy? Yes, it's crazy, but is it real? Yes, it's real. It's been real since you've seen The Net. Do you guys remember The Net? Sandra Bullock was in it. You remember Eraser with, what's that guy's name? Arnold Schwartz, not gonna say it. That guy, remember? Yeah. Um, I don't know, surreptitious drugging, isolation. Oh yeah, you definitely will find yourself isolated. A lower ambition, like I definitely have lower ambitions. Like, I don't know. And I think now, just because, like, I just came here, I feel very, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's just being in a new place and getting used to it, and that's what I'm gonna have to do before I can feel comfortable about, like, making videos like I used to and stuff. Um, oh, oh, I don't know. Anyways, you could go to hashtag defund CIA and see what's up there. I don't know. I didn't check it out yet, but figure that would be cool. Defund them. Because they're not even supposed to be working inside the United States. They're not even supposed to be doing that. Um, uh, okay, oh, here it is. It says, why mothers are targeted in this matrix, how grief, isolation, and false diagnosis are weaponized, the truth about attachment bonds and spiritual trauma, why your child was turned against you, why your love is the code they couldn't erase. So, and then here's a list of other people that they've been targeting. So, because they're not going to pay attention, they're not going to give a shit. Like, they're targeting me because my blood type. I don't know, really. They could be targeting me because they know that what they did when I was 2, and I think that they did that when I was 2 because to traumatize me into, like, basically into disassociating. So I would disassociate from reality. Um, oh, but they're targeting conservatives, January 6th, people that went to just watch January 6th inaugurate, whatever that was on January 6th. I don't know what that was called. Besides the insurrection that we know Nancy No Policy and her little team of fucking losers freaking, set up to make it look like, it was Donald Trump's thing. Okay, but anyways, whistleblowers. Yeah, you'll hear this whistleblowers get, especially the UFO whistleblowers, they talk about it. They talk about how people came into their house and, like, would leave the cupboards open and just so, just, I don't know. It's like, it really does happen, okay? Scientists, I don't know why, maybe scientists that are honest scientists are probably, yeah, Christians, and AB blood type. I added AB blood type to that because, and that was interesting because somebody that I talked to in 2016 or 17 asked me what my blood type was, and I can't remember, like, I probably told him A, I think. But, like, because I was like, is it A or B? It was because it was A and B. That's why, because it was AB written on my. Because when we went to, me and my mom went to the hospital to go get a paternity test done. I don't know, I just think I got a lot that goes through my head. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and see what kind of messages, because I like to document the stupid shit that comes across here that just is irritating. Hold on a second. I'm waiting for the followers list to go down, to like keep going down. I pushed the wrong button. Just a second. And this is not the fastest machinery, but it works. I like it. It's better than no machinery at all. That would really suck. So, let's see here. Let's see here. Alright, so we got daily tarot, but then I'm being told like don't listen to tarot, but I used to like to listen to tarot sometimes. 30 seconds left. Someone in your family is about to face danger. Their name will shock you. And it's like a 2-hour long video, a minute, 57 seconds, and 34 seconds. And it's on God's Message Hub 2 days ago. 30 seconds left. Come on now. When you made that thumbnail, what were, like, stupid. And then I'm going to tell you, in that whole video, they're not going to mention one freaking name. Not a name except for maybe Jesus, which wasn't even the guy that they're trying to say Jesus is. It's not even his name. His name was Yeshua or Yeshush. I don't know, but anyways, it wasn't Jesus. That's a trap. Another trap. Okay, until you did the unthinkable. They thought you were weak until you did the unthinkable. Okay. Let me see. The one who has lost a lot fears nothing you can. Okay. Here's why I don't use the N word. God is warning. You missed a sign yesterday. Don't miss this at any cost. Yeah, right. They hide videos like this. If you have always felt different, watch this. What is this? Celebrity conspiracy TikToks that make you rethink. God's final message. It's time to tell you. And then they don't tell you anything. It's like so annoying. 2 hidden signs that you both are thinking of each other. Who is that? It's an emergency. Your Archangel Michael is warning you. Someone from heaven is trying to talk to you about a person who is leaving you forever. This is not a joke. Don't skip it. Who's leaving me forever? Come on. Who do I have in my life? Come on now. Let's see. They tried to destroy you, but something terrible happened. You, blah, blah, the reason for distraction. Look at now, it's just starting to do this. I don't know when it'll stop, but it'll just keep doing this. And I didn't even do anything. I didn't press anything. I didn't even wave my hand. Okay, then now you're done? Okay. You're destined to... Oh, I want to do more than, you know... Oh, is this? I don't know, maybe it's... 45 minutes left. God is crying to reach you. A shocking deal is made. God says this man is coming with a woman to your house. She has your open quickly. And then it won't say nothing. Like, I mean, it'll say stuff, just a bunch of stuff, but nothing about that has anything to do with the thumbnail they put there. Your age is a threat to him. Who's the psycho now, huh? Elon Musk sent me $1 billion. Claim it before it's gone. Let's see. Reality check. Oh, should we check with a reality check? News Nation? I don't know if that's really reality. What is reality anymore, you know? What is it? Is it the spirit world? Because apparently the fucking spirit world is more reality than our fucking reality. You know? Oh, the severing. Why the system destroys sacred bonds like that between a mother and her child. I really think that we should listen to this together. So, whether you agree or not, I don't care. I always put that there, so hopefully you can hear it. Hold on a second. Bluetooth. Alright. This is from Mspiracy, okay? I'll put it up here so you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. Oh.
Don't just break families, they break bonds, soul ties, lines of remembrance between mother and child, blood and blood. Not for justice, not for healing, but for containment. Because nothing threatens this system more than a mother who remembers who her child really is. So they distort, they isolate, they erase through courtrooms, lies, narratives and manipulation. Until the one you love most.
And when I was in prison, they terminated my rights. And then my sister had my name taken off my daughter's birth certificate. Why would my sister do that? Not even tell me anything about it. And then my girls' dad also had my name taken off their birth certificate. And the girls were all happy about it and everything because of all the lies they believe. It's fucked up.
Till the one you love most looks at you like a stranger. This is not just abuse, it's a ritual. And
it's not just abuse, it's a ritual. She'll say things quiet like that. Listen.
It's narratives and manipulation. Until the one you love most looks at you like a stranger. This is not just abuse, it's a ritual. And what you're feeling, that unbearable ache, that grief no one understands. That's not mental illness, it's soul-level trauma. A living bereavement designed to silence light. This isn't just abuse, it's inversion magic. Coercive control isn't about domination, it's about rewriting identity, turning love into fear, truth into confusion, bond into wound. They don't just want obedience, they want disconnection. Because a child connected to a loving parent remembers safety, remembers source, remembers who they are, and the system can't allow that. So they plant whispers, rewrite memories, mirror your light as danger, and slowly the person you raised vanishes behind a false story. It's not just heartbreaking, it's intentional. This is psychic warfare. The trauma severs, not just relationships, it shatters the soul's anchor, the part that says, I am loved, I belong, I am real. When bonds break like this, violently, suddenly, without closure, the soul doesn't just grieve, it splinters. And those fragments, they become easy targets, easy to tag, easy to loop. That's why so many estranged parents feel like they're living in a ghost frequency, not fully alive, not fully dead, off drifting, like they were erased from their own story. Because in the grid's language, you were red flagged as
dangerous. Because I was erased off their birth certificate. The girls don't even want to acknowledge me as their mother. That is how and this stuff had to have started. Like, I know my sister Shannon knows more than what she knows, because like I said, that Jonna Mendez, she does not look like the same in every other Jonna Mendez video. She doesn't. But anyways, keep going.
Flagged as dangerous. Because love like yours, unbreakable, unconditional, is one of the few things that can actually crack the simulation. And if that love was allowed to grow, your child might remember who they were, and worse, who you were. So they had to rewrite it. Fast, vicious, thorough. But here's what they didn't account for. Survival sharpens the code. Every day you live through this, you become more dangerous to the system that tried to destroy you. Because grief that doesn't kill you turns into truth that can't be stopped. If you speak too much truth, they call you unstable. If you fight for your child, they call you obsessive. If you walk with unconditional love, they call it manipulation. This is the inversion protocol. The system can't survive the truth of your intention, so it flips the script. It paints the most awake one as the most unwell. The one who sees through it all becomes the villain in the story they control, and it doesn't stop there. They use school reports, biased professionals, social engineering, digital surveillance.
See, if they use school reports, the school reports would, if they're not, like rewritten wrong, like Abby, she said she never went to school. Like, I don't fucking think so. They had perfect attendance. The only time they didn't go to school is if they were really sick, like really sick. And there were a few times because they were getting head lice in school. We were in Des Moines, a shitty part, and they did get head lice, but I took care of it. I was doing my best to take care of it. Abby and Elena got rid of theirs, but then Jordan could never get rid of hers. Like, it was, oh, it was so frustrating. I was about ready to shave her head, and she cried, Mom, no, please don't shave my head. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to shave your head, but we need to do your head. Like, I tried dyeing it, dousing it in alcohol, mayonnaise, of course, the shampoo. It was just crazy. It was fucking nuts. So, but I think they did that to me on purpose. But anyways, their school records and their doctor records, if they're real and not fabricated, would tell the truth.
And the child's own survival response. To reinforce the lie, the goal to program the child to fear your light so they stay in the loop. And you stay crushed, because they know if the bond mends, the trap breaks. If the truth is remembered, the whole spell collapses. You weren't targeted because you were weak. You were targeted because you were coded to protect something sacred. You came here carrying a love that could override programming, a bond strong enough to wake a soul mid-loop. That's why they came for you. That's why they turned your child against you. That's why they painted you as unstable, dangerous, or obsessed. Because if they didn't, you might have succeeded. And that's all it takes to collapse the spell, one bond that survives the break. But here's the truth they can't delete. Grief like this doesn't end you, it activates you. You're not broken, you're forged. Through loss, through fire, through betrayal, you've become something the system fears most. A soul that remembers through pain. You were never meant to stay silent. You were meant to be the voice that reaches those no one else could reach. And you will. The war on the feminine didn't begin with courts or custody battles. It began the moment the system realized. Women, remember, not with logic but with knowing, not with proof but with presence. They carry timelines in their blood, truth in their dreams, and codes of remembrance in their wombs. That's why they were hunted, that's why they were burned, that's why mothers, grandmothers, daughters and sisters became the first to be silenced. Because a woman who remembers her power can pass that remembrance to her children, and that breaks the loop. So the system built tools: coercive control, false diagnoses, legal distortion, gaslighting through authority, the unfit label, the crazy woman archetype, and soul severance rituals masked as protection, not to protect children but to protect the system from what a child might remember through her. To the women, they tried to silence what still lives in you. They took your child, they stole your voice, they rewrote your story with lies and called it justice. And still you breathe. That alone makes you dangerous. Because what survives this kind of loss doesn't just survive, it remembers. You are not weak, you are the part of the system they couldn't control. They had to isolate you because your love was too loud. They had to gaslight you because your knowing was too accurate. They had to turn your child against you because your presence was unlocking something ancient. And now, every day you keep going, even with the ache in your chest and the silence in your phone, you're radiating a code that shakes their false reality, because you can disconnect.
Yeah, when they say the silence of my phone, that means 0 people calling me, literally. No, I haven't had a phone call since my mom died. Yeah. And the only one calling me then was my mom, and she more was calling to talk to Danny, the abuser, the suicide watcher, the fucking bullshit person.
Even disconnected, you're still linked. The bond they severed, it's still pulsing, still transmitting, still sacred. And one day, your child will feel it, and the spell will break. We empower other women by remembering who we are when no one's watching. When one woman stands in truth, without envy, without mask, it gives every other woman permission to do the same. It's not about being louder, it's about being realer. We reconnect through honesty, softness, sacred rage, and shared memory. Empowerment isn't a role, it's a ripple. And it starts when one woman says, I see you, not as competition, but as a coded reflection of me. And that's how we rebuild the sisterhood. That's how we burn the old game down together. They tried to make you disappear, not with death, but with invisibility. They took your motherhood, they questioned your sanity. They replaced your story with theirs and expected you to crumble, but you didn't. Because what they never understood is that a woman who has nothing left to lose becomes something else entirely. She becomes light they can't track, a flame they can't put out, a memory no handler can erase. You're not just a mother, you're a map, a living key. And even if your child doesn't see you now, they will. Because no lie lasts forever. No spell holds against love that doesn't die. This system tried to sever the unbreakable, and in doing so, it revealed who you really are. A warrior in disguise, a mother of flame, a truth they'll never silence again. We see you, we remember with you, and we rise with you. This was the severing. The bond is not broken, it's awakening. To the fathers, the tethered and the anchored, this war didn't just come for women, it came for fathers too. Not all, but enough. Men who remembered their children but were cut off by sisters.
Abby won't talk to her dad either. And that's as much as I don't like him, because I know he's part of the reason why they believe so much lies about me. But I don't know where these lies are coming from, the stories that the girls are telling, but they have to be coming from Josh and Jamie. But it still makes me sad when she says, you know, that she's not talking to any of her mom or dad. You know, it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, they just don't get it, you know. She thinks she's breaking generational curses. She's making generational curses if she ever decides to have children. And I used to hope that they would, but now that I know what the future looks like, you guys, it's not good. Like, the worst sci-fi horror film, it's worse than that. That's my prediction, but, you know, we'll see.
But were cut off by systems that punished presence. Men who were slandered, erased, restrained, because they held too much heart in a world that rewards control. The system fears a father who feels because his steady love is a stabilizer, a guidepost in the fog, a signal of safety when everything else becomes distortion. But there are some men who were never meant to be broken. Men who weren't just protectors, they were anchors, sent here to hold the line so someone else could remember through them. To those fathers, your presence is prophecy.
You know, sometimes I think, like, because this is called Mspiracy, I feel like he put this stuff out here, this information here, for us, people like us, like me. And I just want to say thank you for all the mean shit I've ever said to Eminem in the comments and stuff, because I get really mad at him. Because my daughters think that their life is like Eminem's, and it wasn't. They did not have Munchausen syndrome. They did not move all the time. Yes, we did move, you know, more than the average child, but not as much as I did as a child. And I tried not doing that. You know, but a lot of things happen. I think my mom might have been a very evil person that I don't even know. But I don't know. She showed me when she was alive the last few years, and I just don't know. But anyways, let's finish this. Not very long left. Got about a minute left.
Your loyalty is legacy, and your love is a beacon. Some of you never left. You stayed when the system tried to force you out. You stayed when your name was dragged, when your rights were revoked, when your child was turned against you. And some of you were never loud, never political. You just stood steady, constant, unshakable. They underestimate that kind of man, but we don't, because your quiet love stabilizes timelines. It gives your child a thread to follow home. And for some of us, you were the reason we made it through. The reason we didn't forget who we were, the reason we didn't fold under the pressure. You were placed here to anchor the ones who came to awaken. You didn't need a crown, you didn't need recognition. You just showed up and kept showing up. And for that, you're part of the flame too. You are remembered, you are honoured, you are seen. This isn't just a war on mothers, it's a war on all who love without control. And the men who still hold space for truth, your kings in exile. But the kingdom is coming back, and you'll be ready when it does.
Alright, so let's see. It's, alright, so anyways, alright, so I'm gonna take a break after that. I hope to God my kids, my children will see that video or see that. But anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna take a smoke break off camera, and then I'm gonna be back on just because I need to talk. I need to speak my truth, because that's what I need to do to I don't know. That's what she says to do. And that's what other people said to do. I hope it's not getting on anybody's nerves around here when I talk. Because I always felt like my talking was getting on Danny's nerves. But you know what? That could just be like an evil entity that's lingering around trying to do that. Or there could be, you know, the military from the satellites or whatever putting that, you know, into my, like, I don't know, pushing that my direction. So anyways, I got really upset with Jocko Willink because I feel like after all these years since 2019 or 20, whenever it was that he came across the thing, I felt like he was trying to help me, and maybe he was, but I felt like he wasn't. Like maybe he was just being a distraction. Because what I need to be doing is telling my story, not burpees. Not worried about what I eat, just worried about telling my story and being honest. And then I don't know what to do.